everybody, this is Tanner, Mr. Crazy, coming at you with another video. And this is my friend Kendall on Skype, where she's talking while I've been working on 2 cards, which I'll show you right now. I've been working on this card right here for my mom's, one of my mom's workers has a grandbaby, and she is turning 1 this year, so I had to make her a card, and it turned out really good. Then I made this really super quick card using my stamps and the Cricut Imagine, which I also used the Cricut Imagine as this card, and use a Creative Time for Me stamp known as Emma My Creative Time. So there's that. But today we're working with making our own paper. So that's what we're doing. And I have this really cheap embossing pad that I'm going to try to use. And if it don't work, we'll use the back of this paper. Okay. Can't really tell that any of the ink's getting on here, so we'll just have to figure it all out as we go. So I've cleaned up my crafting room pretty good, and been on Skype for a couple of hours. We're going to try to stay in my bedroom the whole day, but it just didn't work because I get so bored in there. That's why I have to come down here and craft and everything. So we're pouring some of this white powder on it. I have it all over my hands. And like this barely stuck on here. So I'll emboss it over here. And really it's not worth it. So we're just going to throw away this paper and put back our embossing powder. Because I need my good Versamark, which I cannot find. Probably because every minute somebody calls me over to look at the computer. I don't know who that would be. But we are just working with this, and I'm going to throw this paper away because it has the extra paper all over it. And I ran out of those awesome Stampin' Up! Paper pads for the grid. I need to take out my trash. Whoops. Did not mean to hit that. But there's that. But today we're working with Holts embossing powder. Sorry, I'm used to saying powder. Embossing fold. We're not embossing, Tanner. Not embossing. We're working with paper. Yeah. We're making our own background paper. So let's make this 4 inches. So this would go good on a card. And everybody gets those applicators, which I don't really have any because I never really found the need to have them. So I always just take a 12 by 12. Normally I use the cheap cardstock, but it's all the way over there. And I'm not going to go over there and get it during a video. And I always put it down some way. So I'm using this paper right here. This right here. Okay, and this thing messed up on me. I don't know why. Oh, it broke. So what do you do when it breaks? The whole thing breaks off. What do you do? So that's a question that I'm going to have to ask you all. When it breaks, what do you do? And then, so instead of doing that, now I don't want to take the ATG gun. We'll just leave that there and hope for the best. So here's our other sheet of paper. And I got all these different colors. Here's just some of them that are my top favorites. I have like every one of Tim Holtz Distress Inks. But these are the ones I pull out all the time. And I'm just going to look at the colors and pick out the favorites. And I'm going to use this one, and this one. Okay. So here's these. And you want to go off the paper, onto the paper. Off to the paper, onto the paper. And see, these actually stay more juicy than the applicators, because the applicators, you have to dip and everything. But all these, you just directly use that pad. Now, I don't stamp with these because I don't feel that they're good enough, I guess, to show most of the stamp's true quality. So I prefer using applicators. I don't stamp with these. I only stamp with like real ink pads for stamping. This are distress ink, so when you stamp, you'll get a distressed look. It doesn't take away from the quality of your stamp. It just doesn't turn out really good. It shows out a distressed look. So then I'm going to add one more color. So I'm using these colors, and I'm going to throw in Vintage Photo, which is one of my first ones I own, and it's too dark. So I'm going to have to brighten it up with Tattered Roses. Now this one, it goes everywhere. Just goes everywhere you see. So, like I said, I use these so much, I need to get all new ones with these colors at least. So it turned out to be this, but we can do the back also. So it can be like two-sided paper. Pick which side turns out the best and go with it. Then we're going to do this one. This one actually looks a little bit better. Then we're going to use some orange. That like picks up all the other colors. And that's all I do when I make vintage paper. This is all I do. I just take some vintagey colors. Field brick is one of my favorites. See this red, how it just pops all the paper. Then we can pull some Stampin' Up! Pads to make this look really cool. So let's put all this Tim Holtz stress up and pull out the big stuff. Whoops. I scratch my walls with this little carousel thing, sort of. It's not the carousel from Stampin' Up!, but it's something like it. And I'm using a purple. Now this really brings out some purpley. Wow, this is cool. So that's all I wanted to come here and show you, was how my favorite way to use all this ink and everything. And I won't say it's the right way, because we don't have a right way, because your way is awesome. My way is awesome. And to finish it up, I'm going to grab some Glimmer Mist to Glimmer Mist everything else. So if you all will hold your horses, I'll be right back. As we're back, we have our paper. And when you see a lot of people, when they're using Glimmer Mist, when I see a lot of people using Glimmer Mist, they kind of do it a little wrong, I think, in my opinion. They want to do it so close to and spurt it on there. Like, I'll try to do an example right here. They want to squirt it just like here, and that makes it have to run off. If you do it, hold it up and spray. See how it looks better than, and it all gets in that one area. You don't want that. Then you have to let it run off, and that totally doesn't determine how you use Glimmer Mist. So you can pat it down on here, but that's not how you use Glimmer Mist. You want to twirl it, which everybody has such a big problem with twirling it. I don't. I do that and just shake it. Now this is one of their first colors, I think, because I got it at my local scrapbook store. And then we're going to use some of this. And see how nice that sprays on there? So everybody that has a problem with this, I'm sorry, but I think you all need to give it a real shot before you say all the bad things about it. Because some things, I do the same thing. I say really bad things about it to begin with, but then I start to use it and I love it. So that's why since I've said that bad thing about Martha Stewart punches, I felt really bad about, but now I love them. So that just shows you, if you really give something a real chance, you can come to love it. And see how this is now nice and glimmery and everything. I'm going to let this dry, and we'll work on a different one. we'll work. Oh, cool! It showed like a where that was, and it squared it around. Then we are going to use this paper right here, this back right here, and we're just going to spray some glitter mist all over it. And you know me, I love doing this. And see, that was a little close. You want to get really far back. This is perfect. I would say about maybe 5 inches away. Makes it look really good. But don't get close like this. You want to back up. I'm getting this all over my table. Good thing everybody that watches this video will be an insider. I'm getting my craft room remodeled. We're waiting. We were getting it done this week, but our pool fell down, so we're backing it up about a week or two. And then this is the nice paper. I think I have a couple other colors I want to tie in here. Don't ask me what colors I use because I didn't read them all. I just used what I got. I have these little ones. This is when I first got into Glimmer Mist. Then I have tons of bigger ones. Okay, so then we'll spray this one Candy Apple Red to finish it off. Oh wow, that finished it a little much. So there we go. And we are going to use one other color. I'm using all of the little bottles. So there's that. And I have a nice collection of Glimmer Mist and embossing powder and all that awesome stuff to brighten your day. Turn it over and we'll put some of this. Now when you want to get just one little area, you want to, and that kind of gets on your hand, so be careful. And that got in that little corner, then you want to dab it down. That cleaned it up. Then you want to take your, we'll see what this does. To move Glimmer Mist off the page and like make it where it shades and stuff, that's a great way to do. Now I don't want to make this video too long. This might be a 2-parter video talking about Glimmer Mist and everything. So let's see what time we are now. We're at 4 minutes. So I'll end this and this will start back at part 2. Bye for now.